Welcome, everybody. We are going live from Los Angeles. We're going live in the city of dreams, the place that people really have created an extraordinary life. They've gone after their career, they've pushed themselves to the next level. Hey, Mariella, so great for you to join me here. So cool. So, what makes a great singer great? Hey, Angie. Sure, should join us on LVS Zoom if you like. So cool, Angie. LVS Zoom is where I am too, if you would prefer that. So, what makes a great singer great? And use the chat right now and tell me, hey, Anna, live from LA right here. What makes a great singer great? It's something that we all need to know, right? It's not just about being, I don't know, having a great range, having an extraordinary voice, because obviously we want all of that too. But what does it really mean? Tell me, what does it mean? Fill me in. Like, leave something in the chat that tells us what makes a great. I wish that I could open up the curtain because I have a spectacular view here from the Lowe's Hotel in Los Angeles. And being an undeniably passionate singer, yes, yes, they want to feel your emotion 100%. It's so cool that you're saying that. Hey, Shersha. Shersha and Angie, by the way, is one of the best singers on the planet. So do follow them if you're able. Follow Angie Faith and follow Shersha. And our mentorship group, we just are so blessed to have so many extraordinary singers on it. Yes, no, it's not too kind. That you will notice that there's sort of some qualities that are similar, some qualities that really help that singer go to that next level. So let's think about what that is. So Angie just talked about deep, passionate emotion, someone who's really able to connect to a song, right? To sing it emotionally. What about a singer who's able to connect to an audience? Does that make the singer great? Does it make the singer great? I think it does, right? If you think about that connection to the story, exactly. Yeah, I love, yeah, use the chat. It's so great for me to know that you're here. Oh, yes. Yeah, the ability to kind of create right now. I just want you to put that down somewhere, maybe on a post-it note. You can put it on a mirror to remind you that if you're able to create, and I'm going to give you a couple of words here that are really going to make this alive for you. If you can create the right now, this feeling that where I am is the most important place on the planet. I am here to sing this song for you right now. That creates urgency. That creates urgency in your own body. And then it creates urgency in the audience that's in front of you. So if you really want to be that great singer, it's like this moment, I could not be anywhere else. This is where I want to be more than anywhere else. So, oh, many emotions. And yes, I love that. So, again, if you follow Angie Faith, who's right now on Instagram, and those of you who are going to watch this on YouTube, start to think, what are the things that you're able to bring to the table? Yeah, we bring our life experience, we bring what's going on in our life. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, you have to record it. Yes, you have to record it. Even voice memoing things is so helpful. So let's think about this a little further. What helps me create the right now? What is it that makes me feel urgent in my body? Is that I've got to get into the discipline of that. I've got to create the discipline of the right now. Okay, that means that if my head is thinking about what other people think, or is this going to be good enough? Is this leading me to the right place? Then my head is not in the right now. My head is in the future. Okay, does that make sense? My head is in the future, right? And so, what do I really want to do is not be in the future. What about the head, the inner dialogue that says, ooh, I don't know if that's going to be good enough. What if you forget your words? What if you don't hit that note just the way that you wanted to hit it? Listen, that kind of dialogue in your head is based on the past. Maybe at some point You did forget your words. Maybe at some point, you screwed up or you made a mistake. And so we live in this past judgment. So we've got a fear of the future, and that leads to that sense of anxiety, the unknown. We're a little nervous of, is this going to lead me somewhere? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then we've got this, oh my gosh, what if the audience doesn't like us? Last time I performed, it kind of flopped. I forgot my words. That is based in the past. We got to separate those words. We got to write them down, really. The thoughts in your head have to become more conscious. In our ADI program, we're asking everyone to write down some of these thoughts. And you guys can do that right now, too. Write down the thoughts that sabotage you, the thoughts that pull you out of being in the right now. I'm just reading Angie's thing. Yeah, be here and be confident. So what does even confident mean? You know, those of you who have followed me for a while, I have a very specific definition of confidence that is very different than other people, other coaches, other coaching programs. Will there be a replay of Wednesday? Yes, I love Tony is in our ADI program. And yes, Tony, there will be a replay sent to all of the people who are in the ADI program. So don't worry if you miss it. But that's why I like to go live every once in a while here and then post it on YouTube so that you, here with this, without the reflection, so that you can really get access to some of this level of coaching. It's like, what is going on in your mind when you're performing affects how great of a singer you are. So a lot of people get caught up in the range. And of course, that's fantastic, right? I mean, it's so nice. It's nice to work through your bridge. It's nice to work through low notes to high notes. And I encourage you all to sing like that. I encourage you all to do the exercises that you need to feel that your skill level as a singer is high enough. But today we're talking about what makes a singer great. Is it the same as skill? I'm going to say it isn't. How big of a range you have. Write down the thoughts that are holding you back. 1,000%. Yes. Right. 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 After a show. So Angie Faith is on IG and she's just writing some gold, by the way. If anyone is on IG, you got to really check this out. And I will share this, Angie, because your comments are really spectacular here. So everybody, like, start to notice after a show, during the show, what are your thoughts? What is holding you back? What is keeping you not in the now, but into the future? Like, what about the past, right? Is something pulling you from the past? Oh, in this moment, I always crack, in this song, I always crack. And what ends up happening is we tighten up our body and then we tend to crack, right? Oh, in the same place again. I remember standing on a stage in high school and I was so blessed to have an opportunity to sing I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis. And when it got to that point of, I dreamed a dream in time gone by, you all know the song, and it goes, shame. There's one more note, and I swear in my mind, I was like, oh gosh, please, can I hit it today? But most of the time I'd go, and play it safe because I was so nervous that in rehearsal I had blown that note. Am I going to have it today? Is it going to be there? I had it in rehearsal. I had it maybe even in the dressing room. But because I missed it, even just once, the mind will play tricks on you. The mind will sabotage you. And instead of being in the in the emotion of that, in that being in the moment, this actor, this character is gripping, pulling herself into a most certain future where she is going to die. She's about to die, and she's left her child. She didn't have the life she wanted. If any of you have ever heard that song, please go listen to it. Same with Midnight's not a sound from the pavement. Maybe one of the greatest songs of all time, and one of the greatest songs about regret. Everybody regret. Oh my gosh, I don't want anyone who works with me to regret singing with your greatest emotional self. I don't want you to regret your ability to connect to the audience in the now. I don't want you to hold yourselves back in your inner dialogue. I want you to be inside the song. I want you to be so present to why you're singing this song right now. This song right now, this moment right now, this audience right now. Why am I singing for them right now? Why am I singing for myself right now? And so when I think about that character and why this song is so important to that character, they're desperate. There's a feeling of desperation there. And that desperation creates urgency. That desperation creates, I have to sing this song for you right now. I have to sing these words, these notes this way. I'm going to say that again. You have to sing these notes, these words, this exact way right now. There's no other way. Sometimes people get so caught up in sort of the choices as a singer, and there's no question we have a million choices as a singer, right? I could have gone I could start loud and get quiet. I could go quiet. I could, riff on it if I wanted. But when we're playing a particular role in musical theater, as we're just talking about here, I really don't have that luxury of choice, of note, of volume. I really am capturing the original song. Those of you who are pop singers, I'll just finish that thought. In musical theater, we are often singing the songs like the original cast member. Whoever originated the role established the choice. They established the volume, the tone, the color. They established whether or not you're putting riffs or not riffs, vibrato, not vibrato. And most producers and directors want you to sing it identically the same. I have had the pleasure of standing on stage with Robert Marcus, who starred in the Toronto cast of Dear Evan Hansen. What a spectacular role. And do follow him, because he is one of the most spectacular singers on the planet and can sing the phone book, and you would, just be riveted by every note and everything that he does. But what he found very stifling in musical theater was that he had to sing it exactly like Ben Platt. The expectation of the producer, the director, the musical directors, were that he sang it identically. I love that. My commitment. We're going to talk about commitment in a second, Angie, because it's a powerful force for sure. So musical theater, you don't have many choices. So how do I keep it alive in the right now? Is that I have to make it a physical memory. It's like I memorize the sensation in my body. And that sensation gets me out of my head into my body, and I can produce the emotion of that song, midnight, not a sound from the pavement. I know how to do that from a physical muscle memory of practice. Okay. Now, when you think about musical theater, we know 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, we are going to practice. We're going to put in the time. We're going to really memorize how to sing the song and how to get it inside our body so it sounds incredibly emotional each and every time. I am not in my head. I am not thinking of regret and deep remorse and all those emotions that I know are going to come, especially to the audience, from singing those songs. Does this make sense? But let's just move real quickly into the pop singer the R&B singer, the original artist singer that I know so many of you are and so many of you follow me for. Listen, a cover is your version of a song that you love. So some song that you love and you want to redo it. Great way of capturing the audience, by the way. If you are if you're an emerging artist of any kind, a developing artist of any kind, this idea of doing cover songs is super important. And Angie, you do this so well. You really put it into your own voice. And Shersha's incredible because she even rearranges the song. So she's not even doing it exactly in the same feel as the original song. So if the feel would be nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith, right? Like, this is how it feels. I love that song. I don't know why it just popped into my head, but okay. So, nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. We can start to add riffs and runs to build and to tell our version, our story. We can change the feel. Maybe it's a reggae feel. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Torn. Maybe it's having more rhythmic phrasing. What if it's jazz? I'm all out of faith. Wait, I'm all out of faith. I'm all out of faith. So if I'm thinking of a jazz riff, it might be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Nothing's right, nothing's right, I'm torn. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Maybe I'm more of a tenor there. Nothing's right. Nothing's right. Listen, we can change our voice. We can imitate. We can pull on stylistic qualities that tell the audience what genre we're in. Yes, you can. Now, those of you who are artists, I wouldn't do that exercise that I just did. Like one line, I'm trying to figure out all sorts of different ways to sing it. But to be a great singer, a really great singer, maybe a working singer, I want to make money from my voice. I mean, there's a quality, there's a distinction or a definition that might help you to determine what kind of singer do you really want to be. If you want to make money from music, your ability to create vocal choices is going to help you immensely. It's going to help you immensely to make money, okay, to make money. It may not help you to become an artist or to be recognized as an artist. Those are sort of two distinct things. Artists often need to bring their own voice to the song, okay? But if you want to make money, then now I need more stylistic accuracy. I need stylistic accuracy. I need to be able to do beginnings and middles and ends. I need to remember that words have beginning, middles, and ends. And the way I do it, like tone, really thinking of my vibrato, maybe torn. If I hit it with vibrato right away, what happens? Oh, right away you sort of think of me more as a classical or trained singer, don't you? If I have that straight tone into vibrato, torn. Whoa, really nice. Torn. Okay, now I just gave you a little bit more dynamic. When I give a little bit more dynamic on that straight tone to vibrato, you might consider me a little bit more of a jazz or R&B influenced singer. So I've just given you so many tips. I love that, Angie. Thank you. And by the way, we are starting a new vocal breakthrough program. This vocal breakthrough program, I only offer it for sale every couple of months. So right now it is on sale until Monday, only until Monday. So make sure you click whatever link on my link tree so that you can really buy it at a discounted price. After that, the price is going up. Okay, the price is actually valued at $897, but you can get it right now for $147 Canadian. Okay. And that's going to give you a lifetime access to my membership site where you can work on all of these skills that we just worked on just today. Amazing, right? But obviously in much, much more detail. But then the 7-day vocal breakthrough challenge is where so many singers that I work with have gotten incredible results, because singing, just like any other muscle in your body, requires exercise, right? We got to exercise it. We got to build coordination. Right. That's so cool. Yes, I love that. So to take a song and be able to play with it is really another level of singer. I just want you all to know it really is. It requires more ability. Yes, like vocal athletics. Yes, it requires another level, okay, of singer. To be the artist, actually, less ability sometimes can help you immensely win. The singers with less ability, less choice, the vibrato is what it is. Oh, they don't have any vibrato, sometimes. Or Post Malone's vibrato, oh, so fast, right? Even gets manipulated a little bit in the studio because it's become such a signature for Post Malone is his vibrato. Um, Definitely Beyonce's vibrato is distinct, right? Crazy right, crazy right, crazy right now. It's like an acceleration. Crazy right now. Your love. It's like this little shimmer, and that shimmer is so exciting because it creates the right now. We started with this first tip today, which is what makes a great singer great: urgency, the right now. And these like vibrato tricks that I just gave you really help you create that. You have to work with what you have. Of course you do. And then when your brain says, I want more, are you willing to hire a coach? Are you willing to work on it? Are you willing to take the time and invest in it? One of my greatest lessons as a singer was putting on other great singers. That's the truth. We listen through our ear, right? We learn through our ear too. That's why if your vocal teacher, if the person that you're working with doesn't have the kind of vibrato that you're so sweet, Angie. If the vocal coach that you're working with doesn't have a voice that you love, chances are you're going to pick up some bad habits because our ear tells our subconscious mind. Now, this is a little bit deep, so I'm going to go there for a second. What makes a great singer great? It's the singer that can really transform the inner dialogue, okay, the inner dialogue, to be able to bring consciousness, okay, to our voice, because our voice in essence is subconscious. We don't really think about it. It's like driving a car. When you first learn to drive a car, you're driving, you're going to switch lanes. You learn to put on your ticker, to look through the mirrors, to look over your shoulder, to change the lanes. And at first, all those steps were probably pretty terrifying, especially as you're learning, and now you're on a road that goes faster and faster. Now you're on a freeway. Changing lanes can be quite scary if you haven't built enough skill on the slower roads. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Please do not try, as you are all wanting to be great singers. What makes a great singer great? Don't just go so, into songs that have a range that you can't deliver. Like that's like driving on a highway when you're not quite ready. And I'm a big stickler on that. It doesn't mean that we can't privately work on it. That's what we want to do. We want to work on it in our coaching sessions. We want to work on it in the comfort and safety of our home and our shower in the hallways where we sound amazing, where there's this incredible reverb. And by the way, that helps the subconscious mind also. When we hear what we're doing well, singers sing better. When we can't hear ourselves very well, we sort of lose a mojo. And those of you who have been live on stage and the sound system sucks or it doesn't work well, the monitors don't work well, your in-ear monitors don't work well, but when they do, gold, 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 right? All of a sudden, it's like the voice just sort of thrives and it's like, oh, and expands and, Yeah. And I can sing the most quiet and the louds, and there's just enough compression. I mean, gold, gold, gold. Yesterday, as we're on this point, I was so fortunate to work at the Coke studios here in Los Angeles with the most amazing producer, Rob Retberg. He has been in this business for a long time, and he designed and created the Coke studio here in Los Angeles. He's also built studios for Lady Gaga. He's built studios for Demi Lovato, and the list goes on. Andrea Bergelli, the list goes on and on and on for the studios that he has designed and built for these artists. He has made the headphone mix like heaven. Okay, heaven. And so when you put on headphones, there's another element. We've been talking all day so far about live singing, but the studio, what you hear back affects you. What you hear live affects your ability to sing. That's why the practice is so important, because I know the shape of my mouth. I know that physicality to produce the result that I want without much variance, without much challenge, if that makes sense. I know that, oh, gives me a sound. My stomach muscles are engaging there just enough. Oh, my stomach muscles are going to engage more the louder that I want. I don't do it from my face. I don't do it from a place of panic. I do it from a place of control, of memorization, of really that vocal coordination. So do not follow a technique, especially artists out there. Don't follow a technique, because you're going to end up living in a box. You don't want to live in a box. You want choices. And those of you who are working singers, you also don't want to follow a technique, as I have demonstrated before, because as a working singer, sometimes you might be asked to do musical theater, you might be asked to do jazz, you might be asked to do some classical repertoire. And if you cannot sing stylistically accurately, then you're going to be in trouble. Oh no, my technique doesn't let me go. I wanna fall in. We found love in a hopeless place. You know, if we can't flip to falsetto because our technique says, or our vocal teacher said, oh no, it's bad for your vocal cords, then you're going to end up going hopeless, head voice, hopeless, mixed voice. By the way, mixed voice is amazing, but if I stay all in mixed voice, I can give you an example. And I do love her voice, but I'm going to tell you, Catherine McPhee sings exclusively in a mixed voice, all of it. And so it lacks some tone texture changes, some emotional color. It lacks urgency, because the urgency sometimes is a hushed intensity. It's not always about being loud, loud, and louder, is it? Is it about being high, high, and higher? No. Sometimes those lower notes are magic. I was so fortunate to work with Ryan Tedder on The Launch, which was a TV show that I was the vocal coach for. And he, in the studio, was saying how it is so important to find the right key, to find those low notes that kind of push you, like the Texas Hold'em song, down, 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 right? To push the low range and how magical that low range can be. And then to push that chorus, those ad libs, to a place where it's like, that is passion. Think about his song, lately I've been losing sleep, right? When he's down the octave. Lately I've been losing sleep. And then when he goes up the octave, it's like, what? It explodes. It's so exciting. So if you are a songwriter, if you're choosing songs that you want to help really stand out and be that great singer, great. The choice of material is super important. You do not want to choose songs. I'm going to circle back to a point that I'm quite passionate about, and really, it's a pet peeve, man, but I've just seen it happen over and over and over. Do not choose songs that you cannot sing right now, that you cannot sing and execute flawlessly, that you've put in the time and the effort ahead of time. You've practiced it and you are flawless. That the audience deserves flawless. The audience deserves your right now, your passion, your commitment to excellence right now. Your audience deserves you to connect with them in the story of the song right now. And if you're so worried about hitting those low notes or the high notes, then it's the wrong song for you right now. Does that make sense? The next vocal boot camp, guys, this is like a boot camp, right? But I call it a 7-day vocal breakthrough. Break through what's holding you back challenge is happening March 23rd to 29th. Let's ride this wave together. Let's really break through what is holding you back, really start to create better vocal coordination so that you can do what I just told you. Stand on a stage and deliver flawlessly. Stand on a stage and deliver with confidence. Oh, I didn't go through the word confidence, but I will in another program. It really means to trust yourself, okay? You got to trust yourself as a singer. I've got to trust what comes out of my mouth. I cannot sing confidently without doing that. And if I'm choosing songs that the range is too high or too low, I haven't put in enough time and effort to practice it flawlessly with the right coaches, with the right practice time, choosing the right songs that you can relate even to the lyrical content. You know, so many young singers, you guys are choosing songs about subject matter that you have no idea. You've never lived through a breakup. You've never, like, you know, people are singing, I don't even know, like, let's say, Olivia Rodrigo, right? I mean, this is an extraordinary singer. You want to talk about great singer? That's extraordinary singer. And she's writing melodies, melodic phrases that are really intense and challenging and difficult. And she's singing about emotional content that so many young people cannot relate to. And so if you can't relate to the song, how are you going to be on the right now? Which was where we started today. How are you really going to connect this story to the audience right now? You have to know that, okay, I relate to it in my life this way, you know? And if, of course, there's 1,000 songs. Here's another pet peeve. Don't change the key. Do not change the key of a cover song unless it's a male song to female voice to male song. Or if you're completely changing the arrangement, okay, there's another like really, really good tip. If you're changing the arrangement from a pop song to a jazz to pop, R&B, you're shifting completely the arrangement, permission to change the key. But if you are lifting the song, if you are singing it in the style of, it's got to be in the original key, okay? The audience expects the riffs in the piano or in the guitar. Something goes through the ear where we hear those riffs and we want to hear them exactly like that. It actually produces that familiarity that the audience wants to hear. So do not change the key. Find another song. Find another song, work on it, keep working on the song that you love. Okay, I don't want you not to sing it. Work on it, you know, again, with a great coach. Work on it in your privacy of the shower over and over and over until you can hit those notes with accuracy and confidence, where you can trust your voice. When you can trust yourself, then you can stand on the stage and sing it. The stage is not to show your potential. The stage is to show what you are great at. Okay, I'm going to say that one last time and maybe we'll wrap this up for today. So the stage, the studio even, is not to show your potential of who you could be, of where you want to go. No, it is to show your greatness in this moment right now. The right now is everything. Create opportunities right now, and you can shape your future if you take advantage of the opportunity in front of you. If you can appreciate that this moment is for me to rise, to be excellent. Does this make sense? And then from this place of excellence, I can take on the next challenge and the next challenge. I'm not trying to leapfrog. I'm not trying to show sort of an ability that I don't have yet. I want to work on my skills. so that I can really stand on stage. I can really deliver in the studio. I can really connect to an audience in a far deeper way, a greater way, if I can share exactly where I am in this moment and not 1 second into my future. I am here with you now, right? You feel it. I'm here with you now. Thanks, Daniela. That's so sweet. I am here with you now, and I want you to be a great singer right now. And then are you going to be a great singer tomorrow and an even greater singer the next day and a year from now? 1,000%. And it does require building your skills. So our 7-day vocal breakthrough challenge starts on March 23rd. We're going to go every day, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to work together live on Zoom, just like this. We're going to go through some exercises. We're going to break through those habits that might be holding you back, the things that are getting in the way. And then we are going to go forward. We're going to create some new habits, some new coordination so that you can sing right now with greater confidence than you have ever sung before. By the way, you get access to my video membership for a lifetime. So you can work with me as your coach on that video series as often as you like as well. So I've really armed you with the tools that you need to be a great singer. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.